Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
As you emerge from dreamland, did you gently stretch, smile, kiss the person next to you in bed, and say something inspirational to start your day? Or when you woke up this morning, was your first thought, God, I need more sleep? If I say, are you getting enough sleep? And you yell, no, at your radio, you're not alone, Grumpy Pants. A new poll shows most Americans are sleepy and say they'd feel better if they could get more hours in the sack. But getting enough sleep can seem like a dream with our busy lives and the American can-do spirit constantly whispering in our ears, you can do more, lazy butt. A just-released Gallup poll found that 57% of Americans say they'd feel better if they could get more sleep, and only 42% said they're getting as much sleep as they need. Since those two percentages only add up to 99, I'll assume that the remaining 1% fell asleep while being questioned by Gallup pollsters. For the first time in Gallup polling in more than 20 years, more Americans say they aren't getting enough sleep than say they are. Back in 2013, when Americans were last asked this question, it was just about the reverse. 56% said they got the needed sleep and 43% said they didn't. Younger women under the age of 50 were especially likely to report they aren't getting enough rest. My wife will tell you that's the case for her. As much as I'd like to complain about my weird schedule that requires me to go to bed before our kids do and leave the house just after 3 a.m., that means my wife picks up the slack, getting the kids up, dressed, and out the door to school almost every single day, and putting them to bed almost every single night, with almost every single night an argument over when are you going to finally get your pajamas on and get those teeth brushed. That's my family story, but what caused this big shift in our sleep patterns? I point to two things, a disease and a device. While the poll only shows a broad shift over the past decade, living through the COVID-19 pandemic may have affected people's sleep patterns. But part of our post-COVID life is something called, and I'd never heard of it before this poll, revenge bedtime procrastination, in which people put off sleeping and instead scroll on social media or binge a show as a way of trying to handle stress. And yep, we mostly do that with those devices in our hand, having that blue light feed into our brain, which makes it harder and harder to fall asleep at night. So my point is, I can't remember what my point is. I gotta get more sleep.
Thanks for watching Sharper Point. Click to see more from Arizona's Morning News and tap the button in the middle to subscribe.